What up, y'all? This is your boy Gerald. It is the 18th of July 2016. I know I put my video out a long time coming, announcing that it would be my last video for an indefinite period of time. And this is true. But I would be remiss if I did not share this with you before I go. See, right now, unless you have been on another planet, there's a lot of distraction going on. There's a lot of what we know as hate, a lot of fear, and a lot of non belief. Right now, there's a platform going on right now, and the prize is your focus. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now it's the season of the opportunists because the opportunist thinks that they have leverage and they have a clear path to your ear, but that beautiful mind of yours. So it's my obligation to you, my subscribers, to those who are connected to me by spirit as well as by bone. Don't get caught up in what you hear, what you see, because everything that is being projected is not true. So before we judge, which you shouldn't judge, let all the facts be placed before you. Do not speculate. Do not assume. Do not take bits and pieces of information that are systematically put out there for you to digest to sway public opinion. So I would be wrong not to convey that to you. Yes, after this video, it's going to be a minute before you hear my voice. But I hope that wherever you are, you stay true to yourself. You stay grounded. Have the courage to speak your truth without compromising or disrespecting what you stand for. I say that because, see, right now, there's a whole lot of chaos. It's a whole lot of domestic terrorism, if you want to use the term correctly. But see, the media wants to pick and choose when they place the label, but yet the acts are all the same. Only thing's difference is the tone. Don't get caught up in that. You're better than that. But see, no one's keeping in consideration of one thing. What example are we leaving our children? What environment are we setting up for them? Because see, if we are establishing this as the norm and the norm is division, what do you think they're going to live off of? I've never heard so many people use hateful words so cavalier. I thought I was back in the 50s. But see, I also understand this. See, we live in a technological age, but we're not using this. Smart tech, but doing dumb. And people are dying. But see, also know that there have been people that have been living in fear for the last 100 years. They've been waiting for a reason to scratch that itch called toxin, called hate, called division, because they don't have the courage to want to grow. It's got to be my way or the highway is what they're portraying, and they look just like you and me. I put a post out on my Facebook, and it baffled me because last night, coming home from work, I have a certain route that I take, but I change it up because never take the same route home, because you never know who may be looking at you. And I happened to see 8 guys on the corner. Didn't worry about that. But what struck me was where they were, they didn't match. And the environment that they were near, it was not safe. And Lord behold, as I went past them, I saw something that just blew my mind. All 8 of them had their cell phones glued to their face, but was not paying attention to their environment. And then it made me realize, have we gotten to a society that we allow things that are nothing but distractions, but not take responsibility for you to have a priority compared to the things that we should do? Or maybe the things that we're afraid to do. That's why there's so many people sitting in the cheap seats that got so much to say. I actually heard someone say, well, there's people that want to do things, but they're waiting for a leader. Why are you waiting on a leader when you got the creator? But then again, I also know that if you don't have a relationship with yourself, you won't understand where you're going, and you'll easily be influenced, only to repeat the cycle over and over again. That's why it doesn't pay you to live in to carry a position of pride and ego. Because see, pride and ego will always cost you a price more than the investment. That's why I always convey to you to speak your truth. Because see, your truth is an extension and a representation of you. Not your anger, not your behavior, but your grace. See, I understand the world needs a big hug. I got that. And I know half the world needs a good ass whooping too. But what we really need is to have the courage to look that person in the mirror that looks just like you looking back and say, hey, you know what? I deserve better. And I've done you wrong, and I need to invest in me because I see my worth. Most people won't have the courage to can't even say I love you. It's like taking a pill without the water, because you're walking around shallow. And the question is why? Why? Don't you realize your pain that you carry is holding you back? And it's holding you back because you won't acknowledge that it's there. So you might as well go ahead and inflict the pain when you feel like it, because only you can take it out of you. How about forgive yourself? Did you realize forgiveness is not for them, it's for yourself? Because forgiveness frees you. But you know what makes you fly? If you're in an environment right now and you know you are hurting and the reality is a daily reminder, I'm going to tell you again, you don't love yourself. And you need to be honest with yourself and get yourself back. Because if you're playing taxi cab confessions because of what a status is, you do know that your time is borrowed and you can't take it with you. And it ain't nothing worse than a person called on their last day being laid forever, knowing that they died with a broken heart. How about a broken spirit? Because you know, when you have a broken spirit, your dreams don't come true. Your steps are blocked and your skies are gray because you refused to love you. And that's the greatest travesty a person can do. It's worse than a lie. But I understand. It takes some integrity to be honest to yourself. So tell me again why you don't deserve to be happy. Tell me why you are giving your time to someone that willfully does not respect you. If you were on your last breath, they will watch you go. Why are you there? Because of their stroke? Because of what they look like? Because they are feeding you magical beans? That's not your walk. It never was. My queens, you know I love you. My kings, I stand with you. But I can't and I will not support your plane. I will not. But I'll pray for you. Right now, the media is doing everything in its power to convince you to see society in a certain light. So right now, a lot of opportunists think they're winning. So my advice to each and every one of you that hear my voice, I want you to listen, watch, and take note. You say, why, Gerald? Why do you want me to listen, watch, and take note? Because what you're going to witness is what an opportunist does. You'll hear the things that have been suppressed within them because the masks are coming off. So in other words, they're going to get real slick talk. And if they're comfortable to share this to you, imagine what they're saying when you're not around. What is going to be witnessed is that person's character. Let me explain something to you, because I'm on borrowed time. Though we have free will and unconditional love, you cannot make anyone do anything they choose not to do. Did you hear what I said? So stop choosing to dumb down, turn a blind eye to bad behavior. There's a choice in that. And if a person that you are connected to does not see your worth and you are scratching your head, listen, you're not stuck on stupid. You're just afraid to be alone. But keep in mind this: God's got something better for you. He didn't ask you to go look for it. He asked you to prepare you. Why? Because they're going to be your mirror. But they're going to place God first. So, in other words, for those who have gone through the seasons of attracting bad partners over and over and over and over again, how's your finances? And the only thing you got out of it was a PhD in your sexuality. Things that you would never thought you would do, you've done. I'm not judging you. I'm not. All I'm asking is, what does your heart say? What about them conversations you have inside your mind? You know that's your conscience, right? That's that little boy and little girl that you keep trying to keep at bay. But guess what? You're stressing. You're losing weight. You're not eating. Your sleep habits are all jacked up. Why? Because you ain't being true to you. You ain't being true to you, King. Your stick man should empower you, not put you at risk. Your BFF should protect you, not put you in a place of compromise. Who am I talking to? You know why they do that? Because they never deserve to hear you breathe. Because they never saw their worth. So how they going to protect yours? Kings and queens, I love each and every one of you. Don't get caught up on what you see on social media, because half the people that are doing this for this. And then you have a percentage that all they want to do is instigate and tear up your community. Am I talking to someone? That's why when you see people out there acting a fool, why don't you question, why are they acting a fool? Why aren't they at work? Why aren't they doing something positive? Come on now. Nobody's thinking about the kids? So I would be wrong if I didn't share this with you. What we're witnessing is the season of the opportunists. They're going to do everything in their power to divide you from your path. You know why? Because they don't have a relationship with God. And you do. And because of that, this is nothing but a spiritual attack. So don't fall for the deception. Doesn't matter how fine she is or how handsome he is or what he possesses. If they don't have a relationship with God, they'll never have a relationship with themselves. Therefore, they will never know where they're going. But more importantly, they'll never have a relationship with you. I think that needed to go out to somebody. I got this feeling somebody's been suffering with some heartache. The reason why your heart hurts is not really what you think it is. You think it's you. And you feeling the effects of it. But you know what you're really feeling? That's God dividing your heart and validating that they did not deserve it. So what you're feeling is the division from them and the preparation for you. You'll see. You will see. Don't get caught up on what's going on. Because trust and believe, you got a lot of people that wish they had your position They wish they had your life, but will never have the courage to do the work themselves. So guess what? They don't mind messing yours up. How about your children's? That's all I wanted to say. But yes, the devil's work's never done, y'all. Please be safe out there. Stay grounded. Place God first in all that you do. Place him first. And you know what? Not only watch what he will reveal to you, but watch what he protects you from. You ain't crazy. That's just God doing his work. God's praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. I love Daryl. I value my life, but I'm protecting my soul because I know God's got something very special and I have to prepare for it. And yes, before I go, the videos are here. I hope they're here for you. The comment sections go directly. They give me notification. If you got a question or a concern, just drop me a line. I'll get it. And I'll try to respond back as promptly as I can. But just know, from time to time, I'll speak. But what's really going on is, see, I'm being prepared from the outside to match the inside. I'm being made new. So you take care of yourself. Until we meet again, stay blessed.